Hi, happy Thanksgiving to all my friends and family out there. This week we're going to go into kind of some more heavy unlocking fretboard stuff. Um, I want to kind of get into tone for a second, and I'm going to try to make this not too long because there are 1,000 schools of thoughts, or schools of thought as far as concerned as what is tone, what sounds good. Tone has changed throughout, of course, a guitar player's career. We all saw that with Hetfield and a bunch of guys out there and some have been steadfast and have had pretty much the same tone their entire career. I don't know what happened to Hetfield's sound. I've critiqued it in the past. He's my favorite guitar player. I hate to kind of put that out there. I don't want to name drop, but he created probably the biggest, baddest, ballsiest sound you've ever heard, in Justice for All, which I'll argue with anybody is the greatest heavy metal album ever recorded for riffing, and just nothing even comes close to that. And I've listened to a lot of stuff, and nothing comes close to it. That's why they are what they are, or he is what he is. But his tone got slap. It sounded slappier. He rolled his mids up. I don't know if he changed heads or what he was doing, but it just doesn't sound as sticky and as heavy and as that knock that it used to have, where you were like, it's just kind of like kink, 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 kink. Kind of weird sounding to me. So anyway, there's not a lot going on between me and the amp. I've got a compression pedal my buddy bought me or gave me years ago, and it's a Behringer. And I was like, I don't know, and I started, and now I use it. Compression is key to a big, heavy sound, and that's it. I'm using Marshall tone gain. It's me, the compression pedal, and I've got a pedal chain, and I use a Steve Vai Bad Horsey 2 wah. And I kind of moved my stuff out today because the thing I'm going to go over with you today is pinch harmonics, and an expression pedal definitely is key to helping you achieve some of that more edgier stuff. You don't have to have one, but I'm just going to show you the benefits of when using one or practicing. That can help unlock those pinch harmonics. And of course, when we all think about who's the master pinch guitar player, it's definitely Zakk Wylde, and Jake E. Lee, obviously. I'm a huge Jake E. Lee fan, huge Ozzy fan of all his guitar players. The new guy, West G or whatever, I don't know. But, the classic guys I'm definitely into. So I roll my pedals out here. I do have a pedal chain. Now, don't let me lie. But that's backup stuff. Occasionally I'll jump on the delay for some effects, or my noise suppression, depending on the environment I'm in. Some places have, more feedback and frequency stuff going on. So, I used to use noise suppression. Down here I don't, obviously, because I'm kind of walled in. There's earth behind me, and basically that's where I get such a good sound coming off the backside of this room, because that's, earth, that's foundation behind me. And I'm just going to go into some quick stuff for you, okay? So when you're trying to get that, I'm going to go ahead and knock up the volume on this too with my solo right here. Now, a pinch is created by taking your pick and kind of ringing off your thumb. Getting really down into it, and do some vibrato in there. So when you're in that, now I'm going to show you with the expression pedal, because this is going to knock it up a notch. And you got to make a face when you're doing pinches too. That's what. See? Yeah. Oh, I'm Zakk Wylde now. Oh. But that's what it is, And I'm going to walk, and we'll throw another one, a higher register one. See, that's that expression pedal picking it up. gotta dig it out. You know, that's the pinch. You gotta dig it out. So you do them up. That's that pedal. You can do it without it, you know, obviously. But you want to take that pedal and kick it in and really rip it out, you know. That's where that real good sound comes from. So again, I'll show you. These are just, you know, if you haven't figured out, most of you guys probably figured this out. This is, a lot of this video stuff is just for me. But, you know, digging in that pinch, watch it. It's also in this finger. Don't let me fool you. You know, tone is in your fingers. So, a lot of talking this time, but that's where it's at. You know, get you an expression pedal, could be any kind. I'm not trying to name drop or sell anything. I mean, that's just what I use, and it's been great. I mean, Steve Vai, the guys at Morley. I talked actually when I had a problem with this pedal. It was a real simple fix too, but I called Morley up and actually talked to the guy. It's a small company, and was troubleshooting some, you know, the problem. It's an optical wah, which means that there's a light sensor that, you know, that it's coming in and blocking off. It's not like your real, you know, kind of on the Crybaby where it's actually rolling that pop back and forth. So I called and I talked to the guy, and this is a guy who actually worked with Steve Vai Engineering the pedal, and he's like, oh yeah, well, you know, great conversation, great folks. Like I said, I'm not trying to name drop, but if you're gonna buy a wah pedal, get yourself a Morley. I mean, that's where it's at. And I don't want to allude to anything else, but some of the sounds that you're hearing in a lot of these metal acts is a whammy pedal. I haven't bought one. I like the sound of it. You know, it sounds cool, but it's almost like a cheap effect. You know, I hate to say that, but I mean, it kind of, you know, I think it diminishes, and it kind of, you know, fools you and people into thinking that you're doing something that you're not. So, you know, get yourself a Morley, practice your pinches, and, you know, get that big fat sound. Happy Thanksgiving.